what would be to you the three main red flags that you identify and say, hey, do not go for this deal, do not buy this home, or there's a serious issue that needs to be taken care of before we proceed with the purchase of this property, no?
Anytime I have to use the words, I recommend a structural engineer to come out and assess and give the best options on how to repair whatever, that's a deal killer. Nobody likes to hear that. If there's a structural problem or something going on here, it's a huge issue, and it usually is very expensive to repair or to fix. Those are usually deal killers.
But in what cases would you recommend hiring a structural engineer? What did you see? What's wrong in the property that is probably not that obvious to the average eye, but to your professional eye, say like, okay, I found this major issue that we have to do something about it. We have to take care of it.
So I've seen some times where they've used, and one that I had, they used a huge wood beam for a header across the patio doors. The wood wasn't cured for properly, and it warped. And when it warped, it bent out the one wall of the other side of the patio doors. And unfortunately, you can't fix that because the wood's warped. You can't grab that wood and bend it back.
No.
It cracks and it weakens it, and it's a structural integrity. And if we don't do it, then we have a problem with the wall that's coming out. In a case like this, you need a structural engineer to figure out, okay, I need to remove that header, but that's a structural header. I need to prop up the rest of the roof in order to get that out to replace it. That is a lot of work, a lot of money. You know, it's...
And what's the main reason why it would be a deal breaker? Because of the security, safety of the people who inhabit that property?
The cost.
Cost.
So the cost to do something like a main structural beam or to lift it up, support it while they get it repaired, although that beam's thousands of dollars. What you have to do to get there, the repairs, it's a big cost.
Okay.
It's a big cost incurred.
And what's the easiest way to identify an issue like that?
Usually structural defects are really simple. If you look over the cinder block and cement, if you ever see a wall and a crack and it's zigzagged like this, so we have a foundation crack that's going across there because it's following that cinder block.
Okay.
Going in here, that's
a red flag.
That's a huge red flag.
Okay.
The difference between a foundation crack, stress cracks, stuff. Getting a house, the water damage.
Okay.
So
wait. So before we turn to the next topic, so for the audience looking over there, you see what's the difference between a stress crack and an average spider crack, like you mentioned?
So spider cracking, you're going to pretty much see in every house, a little bit on the outside, and also the heat gets to it and shrinks that water a little bit. You get tiny little cracks. It's stress crack. Your house, every house moves a little bit, settling crack. So when that moves, it kind of cracks. And obviously concrete doesn't have any bend a little bit, so that's when you get your cracking when you have your stress cracks that go in here.
How do they look like?
So stress cracks will be kind of all over the place, kind of one line down like this, or usually not a straight line. They follow up like this.
But not little variations.
So they have the foundation cracks. They have heaving and stuff where they go into a V formation.
Okay.
So we have a problem where something's been pushed up and it's bent, or if it's the opposite where it falls on here, those are foundation cracks. They're called a pyramid cracking and a V cracking. Those are foundation cracks. There's a problem with the wall for this. On foundation, on perimeter walls.
Okay.
So when it's
like to make it, remember this is real estate for dummies, so we try to keep it a little bit simpler, so everybody can understand. So let's say straightforward is stress crack. You can notice it's a little crack that follows a line. No?
So, yeah, they're just kind of random. You'll see them anywhere on a wall, stuff like that.
You see it. And a stress crack is going to have like a very specific pyramid foundation or V
foundation cracks.
Foundation.
So we'll have either a V like this or a pyramid the other way. Something is either fallen or pushed up in there. Those cracks follow specific lines. You can tell those type of cracks.
So that's a major issue. Okay. Now, moving on to the next topic. What would be a major red flag regarding the water issue, pipe issue? Also, I know you're an expert in fungus. No, what do you
I'm a mold inspector.
Mold inspector, yeah. So what would be a major red flag for that?
So I check out every plumbing, every tap I turn on. I check all that stuff. Big plumbing issues are not having proper water pressure, an improperly sized pump on a building, or the pump's not functioning, or the air bladder has a hole in it. The low water pressure, lack of hot water, the plumbing system like this, those are red flags. having a smaller cistern, there's not much you can do about this. We have plumbing. So in Mexico here, we have our, other than apartment buildings, you have a house, most have your own cistern. A cistern is an underground storage. An above water cistern is called a pila or a tanaka on top, stuff like this.